Today is the day that we celebrate life. Let me just preface everything we're going to say here this morning this way. Life is hard. Decisions are made. Sometimes we don't make the right decision. And what we're going to talk about this morning is talking about defending unborn life. Let me tell you this as we get started. Abortion is a reality. Sometimes we don't make the right decisions. But let me say this. There is healing at the cross. If you're here and we have a large enough crowd that probably if we knew enough about everybody in here, that they've been touched. At least one person has been touched by it. But know that God forgives. And there is healing at the cross. And we just, as we talk about this, if you follow Facebook, you will see that we've been praying for my son and his wife. Their baby, they thought, was going to have some kidney problems. But she was born, what day was she born? I don't remember. A couple days ago she was born. Her name is Lucy. And the kidney problems don't seem, she's minus a kidney, but the other kidney's fine. So as we think about the sanctity of life, it's just, today's a celebration day for Sandy and I as we welcome another member of our family into the world this past week. All right. Today, the title of what we're going to talk about is this: Life, a Gift from God. One of the things we've got to remember is the way we view life is based on what we think of God and what we think of where we came from and how His involvement was in our lives. As we read that passage in Psalms, probably the most beautiful passage in the Bible about God's intimate knowledge of the details of who we are. There's no place we can go from His presence, high or low. There's never a moment that we can hide. And in that passage, it talks about how He knew us when we weren't even known. And how He, in His hands, is involved in the womb as that baby is molded and shaped in that mother's womb. And let me just say this. It doesn't matter how the baby was conceived, that life was formed by God. It doesn't matter if that was rape. It doesn't matter if that was incest. It doesn't matter. That life was formed by God. On September 11th, 2001, over 4,000 people were killed. There were future leaders in our nation and our homes, or they were future leaders in our nation and our homes. Doctors who could have saved lives, scientists who may have found the cures for many diseases, evangelists that could have been preaching the word, leading many to the Lord. Many people died on September 11th, 2001. Evildoers killed all these people. And you say, why would you start out with that? Let me just go on. Truth be known, as horrific as that event was, many people don't realize that another 4,000 died on September 12th, and September 13th, and September 14th, and September 15th. Every day in America, and this is a figure I'm not 100% sure is right, seeing that one that said 115,000 babies are killed worldwide every day. Approximately every day in America, about 4,000 babies, people die. They're unborn babies. 4,000 a day, 28,000 a week, 112,000 a month, 1,460,000 dollars, 1,460,000 each year. When those planes flew into the buildings back in 2001, there was a national outrage, wasn't there? Yeah. Remember, how dare we be attacked? How dare life be taken? And the loss of life was horrendous. We know that. And there was an immediate demand for justice that was heard from all corners of our nation. Every day, 4,000 babies are murdered in their mother's womb, a safe place. A place that is supposed to be the safest place on earth. And there is little weeping and little crying and no demand for justice. It is like there are very few who care. This day is set aside nationwide. Last year we celebrated it at this time. This day is set aside each year by those who believe that life is important. By those that believe life matters. that life has a purpose, and that life was given as a gift from our Creator God. In our world, it's not just the sanctity of life when it comes to babies. It's the value of an older person who can't function anymore. And whether you believe this or not, euthanasia is coming to America. Our health system has already been wired that way. When you no longer can function, you're sort of weaned off of the rational care. Because people say life doesn't matter. It's not productive. That life's from God. That life does matter. The way we treat each other shows the way we value life. And we're going to talk real briefly this morning about the fact that we are created in God's image. And when we mistreat another human being, we are messing with the image of God. Our world has grown through the years and is growing every moment increasingly dark. And we're slowly becoming a culture of death. Watch the news and see the hate and the murder that we watch on TV every night. I would have never thought that we would see what's going on in our nation that's going on right now when it comes to other people. Not just abortion, just the way we treat each other. Look at the TV shows that come out each year. We are obsessed with death and darkness. And I don't say we, not us. The culture is obsessed with death and darkness. Some of the TV shows, the vampire shows that are out. One show that is the top and has been the top for several years, The Walking Dead. The zombie movies that are out. And they're now, if you didn't know this, and I never ever thought I'd see the day that there'd be a TV show named after our enemy, Lucifer. But there is. And our teenagers and even our adults are buying into this culture every day. And it devalues what we believe about who we are and who created us. It devalues the value of life. The video games that our kids play each day. And let me just give you a couple of the names. Some of you may be familiar with them. I could bring one of the young people up and they'd probably be able to give you a better rendition of what these games are, because I don't really know because I don't play them. But The Last of Us, Mortal Kombat, Assassin's Creed, Tomb Raider, Grand Theft Auto, Borderlands, Dead Island, Dead Space, BioShock, Fallout, Aliens, Injustice, Scarface, Left 4 Dead, Resident Evil, Dragon Age, and that's just a few. And I bet you I could call out and there'd be some others. Give me one, Richard. Come on, you got it. I know you're smiling.
Dishonored.
There's one called Dishonored. Go ahead, Thomas.
Call of Duty.
All right, the Call of Duty is another killing game. But think about what is being programmed into our young people. Not just our young people, but even adults that are addicted to these games. And their minds are being slowly turned to mush with this stuff. And that culture of death is desensitizing them to the reality and the preciousness of life. Listen, when you used to watch the news way back in the golden oldies, whatever you want to call it, I don't even know what it was. But remember, when you saw somebody die, it horrified you on the news, did it not?
Yeah.
Our kids and our young people, when they see death because of what they watch on their video games every day, it doesn't even faze them. It's all part of the enemy's scheme to desensitize us to the reality of the value of life. And all of these things stem out of one problem, and that problem is sin. Satan, who is the originator of death, is intelligently poisoning one mind at a time and has been since the beginning. And he has created a culture of death in the world and in our country. And if life has no value, listen, it's all about me. Nothing else matters. Live for today, because tomorrow you die. And I want to tell you that it's happening in our public schools. If you look at answers in Genesis, they believe that the thing that has been rocked the hardest in our culture through the public school system has been the basis for everything. It's Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God. And all that goes with that chapter in the foundation of our creation. Listen, if you believe that you happen as an accident, there is no value in the Bible. If you believe that you crawled out of the ooze and you slowly evolved, and mankind evolved into what we are today, there's no value in who you are. You're just another one of the animals. Think about that. Think about that. It's when we come to the basis of where we come from, of whose image we're created in, of the purpose that we're here for. And not only that, but go back to that chapter in Psalms where God has, in the womb, masterfully put together the body. Satan's the originator of death. Jesus is the originator of what? Life. Today, just briefly, society has devalued life. Let me give you some examples. Godlessness is the result of that devalued life. Colleges and schools have taught us for 100 years that human beings are nothing more than a highly organized, animated slime. That's what I just said. And if you've not ever been taught evolution, just ask.